Alice Marie Johnson became synonymous with Kim Kardashian's efforts for prison reform because she was the first person that she got out, first person. Kim went to the White House, had the meeting with President Trump, and then I think even beyond just what happened in Alice getting released, I think it's all the things that happened afterward that really have changed Kim Kardashian's life.
Oh my God, I see this so differently.
When she spending time to see what her efforts did for Alice and Alice's family is why I think Kim is doing what she's doing now. And we know that she's gone on and helped, how many, what's the last count?
17, but
17 other people?
I see it differently, but let's bring Alice in because, you know, first of all, it's an honor to have you here, Alice. Welcome to TMZ Live.
Thank you. I love TMZ, so you know it's an honor for me to be back.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I see it differently as Charles, and I want to get your reaction to this. You didn't just change Kim Kardashian. You have kind of triggered a movement that I haven't seen in my lifetime, that people, you know, the general population, not just people involved in prison reform, but the general public is paying attention to prison reform.
Yes. Can you believe that?
Because of you.
I can hardly believe it. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever imagine how the public would embrace my release. I think it has a lot to do with my family, too. They saw a woman who had been taken away from her family and just the joy. And this also has not been a partisan thing. It's been a bipartisan. Everyone around the country has been celebrating with me and my family.
Yeah, it's interesting you brought up the thing about bipartisan because we want to get to that. But I said this a couple of weeks ago, and maybe it's when we were talking to Van Jones. But I said, Alice, that video of you and your family reuniting on the roadside when you got out, I think that video in and of itself had such an impact. Yeah. And that's when people weren't like, wait a second, these are real people who have real families, and they've been, like you said, been separated from them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's the thing that everyone tells me. Every person who I meet can tell me exactly what they were doing at that moment when they saw me running across the street to my family, when they got the news that I had been released. And so many of them tell me how they cried about it.
Have you noticed, Alice, because I'm fascinated by this, you know, Trump has embraced this cause, and there are a lot of people who disagree with pretty much everything Donald Trump does, but agree with him on this, and they feel uneasy that they're agreeing with him on anything. I'm wondering if you've kind of processed
Do you experience that also?
Yes, but one thing that they tell me, even if they say that they don't agree with the president, and you are spot on, they all say the same thing, that this was a good thing that he did. And they're giving credit to where credit is due. You know, Harvey, it should be okay for us to say something is good. I think that in all things, we don't have to just focus on, okay, I think this is bad. So no matter what good happens, I'm going to just say it's bad. So I'm very thankful that people are not afraid to speak out and say this was good.
Well said.
So, you know, Alice, you have you've written, last time we spoke to you, you told us that you were putting this together, and now your memoir is out, Afterlife, My Journey from Incarceration to Freedom. I know Kim wrote the foreword for the book. I'm wondering what your reaction is to her announcing that she's studying to become a lawyer. And
inspired by this.
Inspired by this, but also I'm wondering what you think, your take on the people who are sort of hating on her, saying that she's not serious about this and it's all just a PR stunt.
Well, Kim took a great risk at the time, even going to the White House in terms of her brand, because as you know, that celebrities who were going would not be treated very well on social media. But Kim said she didn't care. She only wanted to see me free. And whatever that took, she was going to do it. And I'm so proud of her for following her passion. My case, I think, has awakened something in Kim that was laying dormant the whole time. I was just a catalyst to wake it up. And what she's doing is incredible, and she's dead serious about it. And I can't tell you how proud I am of what she is doing and what she has done, not only for myself, but for so many other people. Kim didn't just hear about it, she took action, and she continues to take action.
I got to tell you, Alice, you know, there are a lot of people who are unfairly locked behind bars, and you got to pick somebody who is the kind of the linchpin of unlocking it.
Right.
You were a good choice.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And you really were.
Have you read Kim Kardashian's foreword to the book yet?
I have not
seen
yet.
it, no. Is it?
It's beautiful. I keep reading it over and over, and every time I can't help but cry when I read it. She would not allow anyone to write that forward for her. She wrote it from her pen to her paper in her own writing. This is Kim's. And so it's from her heart. And my life, Kim's life may have been changed by me, but my life has been changed by her too.
Wow.
Yeah, and everyone in your family too. So
congratulations on the book.
And I can't wait. I can't wait for people to read the book, and they'll see all of the behind-the-scenes things that were taking place to lead up. Not only people want to know about my life, about what happened to me, but this also gives you the behind-the-scenes count by count of what was taking place doing it. So it's an easy read. I hope that people will be inspired when they read it also.
I'm going away in a couple of weeks for a few days. I'm going to read it for sure. It's called Afterlife.
You make sure you let me know what you think about it.
Oh, I will, Alice. I absolutely will. Afterlife, My Journey from Incarceration to Freedom. Alice, congratulations. Love having you on. Love having you on.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely.